Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into the chart, I want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys towards the end of this video. If you don't have it already in your watch list, you definitely want to stay tuned on in to know which one it is, to add it to your radar, and why you should add it onto your watch list. So stay tuned for more information on that. Now, if you want to get live updates on when I'm looking at certain ticker symbols before any other platform, I've created a Patreon to have a private community for investors that want to learn and grow together. And not only that, but take their portfolios to newer levels. So in the Patreon, you can find the link down below in the description. There are different tiers. So I want every single investor to be aware to take advantage of these tiers before they get filled up, because then there will be newer tiers over time. So let's go ahead and jump into this chart. And if you learned something new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So here we are with ticker symbol BNGO, Bionano Genomics Inc. And as we jump into this chart, I just want to quickly let every single investor and viewer be aware that I have a video here that you definitely want to tune in on if you have some time, because it's called The Stock Market Crash, or is it the beginning of a correction where opportunity meets the prepared? We talked about it several days ago, and the S&P 500 index is behaving slightly like I drew out in the charts. We want to pay close attention to this, and there's so much other helpful information in that video for every single viewer and investor to be prepared. So check it out. Now, the other thing I want you guys to be aware of is Bngo. There was a new position placed today by Retirement Group LLC. Now, I don't know much about this group, but I just know that they took a position with 9,000 shares today on the 22nd. So green rows indicate new positions, red rows indicate closed positions. So these are all the new positions from last week, right? And leading into this week. And then here we are with the 22nd. So with today's drop, there was an institutional investor that took an opportunity here. Now, I find it interesting that others didn't up their position or add to it. So I look forward to see any new filings being done soon. But that is another one that filed today. So very interesting. It's going downwards, and all these large institutions might still be holding a large percentage of their portfolio in this, or still the same positions. So I've talked about it in the previous video that Bngo has the Saphyr technology, the only of its kind. I want you guys to be aware of that. I mean, the technology is something that no other in its sector can do. So be vigilant on that, on how this stock continues to react, and also on how other companies are trying to innovate to catch up to Bngo. Now, the overall market is pulling back. I mean, today we took a 30-point change in the negative. And I mean, we're going from 3,900 to already 38. And we're seeing it in almost every single stock. So hopefully we're not in a crash. We're in a correction. And if we are, there are discounts in the market. So you want to be aware of that as well. We need to pay close attention, though, to how everything's reacting. So this broke through the two support levels I talked about previously. And even this low here of 1250. It even broke through this point here of 1157. And now the next point that we want to keep an eye on is 1113. You want to keep that in mind going into tomorrow and the next coming days. Now, the lowest point reached today was 1132. If that gets broken through, you definitely want to watch how this reacts between 1132 and 1113, 1112, give or take, if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, the 50-day moving average is 1317. We got a long stretch to go. So we're in bearish territory. Until that is crossed, the bulls won't have control over this chart. Now, since there's no green candlestick anywhere near, because the next one's way up here at 1306, might as well just use the 50-day moving average as reference right now. Where would we look at? Well, we have several ways to dissect this. The first point is right here. 1183. At least this lets us know that there's some recovery momentum. So you want to pay close attention if 1183 gets broken through and turned into a support and this continues upwards. The next point I would use is right here, this midway point, and that is 1240. Now, if these 2 points get broken through, they do not signify or guarantee that the bulls have gained control. This is just an indicator that the stock is going back upwards, closer to the 50-day moving average. As always, if you guys found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned to the end, because I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys that you definitely won't want to miss, and you definitely want to have it on your watch list if you don't have it already. Stay tuned. For everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is one that we've talked about before. Now, if you've seen already in the previous parts of my video, I mentioned the Patreon. If you want to get updates on live ticker symbols that I'm starting to watch, why I'm watching them, you can definitely join us in the Patreon. The link is down below. But the ticker symbol I'm about to talk about is FCEL, FCEL. Now, it's getting back to the numbers where we mentioned it here on the channel. Now, I had stated that if it went lower, the opportunity was going to get even better. But from that point forward, all it's done is grow. It hit a peak here of almost $29, and it's been going downwards. Now, the whole market is correcting or kind of pulling back a little bit, but some are pulling back more than others. Now, the fact that this is getting close to these numbers, I would definitely look at this closely and see what's going on. And if it breaks through this point of $15 and some change, this could be on its way down to newer lows. But we've already seen where its potential is. And if things start to come back up, there's a lot of room there. So you definitely want to watch this carefully if it's your first time coming across this one and coming across this ticker symbol. And for those of you that have been watching it since this point, and even when we reiterated that it had room to continue to grow, you know, we definitely saw growth here. Now, this pullback, I mean, the volatility of the market is normal. And I hope that for those of you that finally thought, you know, it's maybe time to get off of this one, or, you know, just keep it on my watch list for now and just keep a close eye on it, you know, that decision was definitely an opportunity to be made as you saw this hit a peak and it's just been going down. But the overall market's been feeling like this. So why am I reiterating this one? Well, because the potential of certain stocks still are there. The fundamentals of those potentials are still there. It's just the market overall is feeling a hit. Now, one big thing I would definitely recommend every single investor and viewer in doing is do further due diligence on the company. And also, if you can check out institutional investors that are purchasing this and so forth, dig a little deeper to see what's going on and how the big players are feeling about this, because this is a big move downwards. But it's going back into that area where we first talked about it, to add it to your watch list. And this is a great time to definitely keep an eye on it and see if it consolidates within this area, or if it breaks through the $15 mark. Pay very close attention to what's going on, but not just to this stock, but to the overall market as well, to kind of guide yourself and see that it's not just the stock, but it's the market itself. And once the market starts to come back up, this stock's potential and the fundamentals of its business and opportunity is still slightly there. Okay, that's something to always remember. But you got to dig deeper. This might be the best time for those of you that were considering it and felt like it ran off too fast, to pay close attention to it and keep in mind, you know, how this stock ran up to this point and what it's going on moving forward. Also, keep in mind the analysis rating of $11. I don't think that's been removed, and that analysis rating might become true, because remember, these analysis ratings are months from now. Now, it did a temporary pullback, and I knew that that was going to be temporary within this time period, but now it might even make that analysis rating be correct if the market overall continues downwards, because when the market's going down, every single individual stock is going down, feeling that hit as well. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.